1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Friha Hassan. First, the headlines. Inaugurating Park Austria Institute of Applied Sciences and Technology in Haripur today, Prime Minister said promotion of education is imperative to cope with modern era challenges. Pakistan has renewed its call for establishment of independent state of Palestine on the basis of internationally agreed parameters with Al-Quds Al-Sharif as its capital. Pakistan International Airlines has planned to increase its flights from Pakistan to Saudi Arabia from 23 to 51 flights per week from 30th of this month. President says the real face of India needs to be exposed for unleashing a reign of terror on the innocent population of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 4 Kashmiris, including a woman in Srinagar today. Meeting between Turkish and Greek military delegations began in Brussels to discuss methods for reducing risks of incidents in the Eastern Mediterranean. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says the government is committed to promote science and technology for progress in the country. Addressing the inaugural ceremony of Park Austria Institute of Applied Sciences and Technology in Haripur today, the Prime Minister said we are moving in the right direction with a focus on education, science, technology, and knowledge economy. The institute will offer courses in artificial intelligence, engineering, food technology, and various other disciplines. Imran Khan said the government is collaborating with 5 Chinese and 3 Austrian universities for technological advancement in Pakistan. He said in the second phase of CPEC, special economic zones will be established and industry will be relocated in Pakistan. Emphasizing the importance of education, the Prime Minister said the more we invest in education, the better it would be for our country as well as for our future generations. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has renewed Pakistan's call for establishment of independent state of Palestine on the basis of internationally agreed parameters with Al-Quds Al-Sharif as its capital. In a tweet, he said Pakistan reaffirms its stand on Palestine of two-state solution as enshrined in the UN resolutions. Palestinian ambassador to Pakistan Ahmed Amin in a tweet thanked Shah Mahmood Qureshi and said we always receive great support from the government and the people of Pakistan on all fora of the world. Ambassador of People's Republic of China Yao Jing made a farewell call on the advisor to Prime Minister on Finance and Revenue Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh in Islamabad today. The advisor appreciated the commitment with which Jing worked for progress of the Pak-China relationship. Ambassador Jing said that CPEC project is an inspiration for the rest of the world, appreciating the strategy Pakistan adopted to tackle the COVID-19 crisis. The ambassador said the rest of the world could learn from Pakistan's experience. He expressed his confidence that FATF's October review will go well for Pakistan. Speaker National Assembly Asad Kaisar says the government is committed to resolve issues being faced by the people of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Talking to newsmen in Peshawar this afternoon, he said CPEC will not only provide thousands of job opportunities in the province, but also increase trade activities in the region. Asad Kaisar said work on the economic corridor between Peshawar and Turkham has also been initiated and Peshawar to Jalalabad route will be made part of CPEC. He said it will promote trade between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Chief Minister Balochistan Jam Kamal Khan has said commercial and business activities will thrive in the region after the western route of CPEC connecting Gwadar via Zob and Chaman is completed within the next few years. Talking to newsmen in Kila Saifullah, he said construction of 3,000 kilometers of roads is being completed across the province this year. Pakistan International Airlines has planned to increase its flights from Pakistan to Saudi Arabia from 23 per week to 51 flights per week from September 30. Spokesman of the national flag carrier Abdullah Khan, sharing details today, said additional flag flights will operate to and from different destinations, including Jeddah, Medina, Riyadh, and Dammam. The Trading Corporation of Pakistan will start importing wheat to maintain its supply at a reasonable price and to keep additional strategic reserves intact. A decision to this effect was taken by the Economic Coordination Committee of the Cabinet in meeting in Islamabad today with Finance Advisor Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh in the chair. The Trading Corporation of Pakistan imports wheat in the required quantities through small tenders. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan has been elected to the Committee for Program and Coordination by securing 52 votes from the 54-member United Nations Economic and Social Council. This overwhelming support constitutes 96% of the total tally. Foreign Office spokesperson Zahid Hafiz in a statement said Pakistan will continue to work hand in hand with the international community for promotion of the shared goals of international cooperation and economic and social development as enshrined in the UN Charter. President Dr. Arif Alvi says the real face of India needs to be exposed as it has unleashed a reign of terror against the innocent population of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and other minority groups. He made these remarks during meetings with Pakistan's ambassadors designate to Austria and Sweden, who made separate calls on him in Islamabad today. Talking to Ambassador designate to Austria Aftab Ahmed Khokar, the president said that Pakistan highly values its ties with Austria based on mutual respect and urged him to work to increase bilateral trade between the two countries. Speaking to the ambassador designate of Pakistan to Sweden, Zahoor Ahmed, the president asked him to make concerted efforts to enhance trade, economic ties, and cooperation and vocational training between the two countries. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 4 Kashmiris, including a 45-year-old woman in Srinagar today. The troops killed the youth and the woman during a cordon and search operation in Batamalu area of the city. The killings led to forceful anti-India protest demonstrations at many places in Srinagar. A protest strike will be held across the occupied territory tomorrow against the fresh killings. Call for the strike and protests after Friday prayers has been given by All Parties Hurriyat Conference. The fourth technical meeting between Turkish and Greek military delegations began in Brussels to discuss methods for reducing tensions of incidents in the eastern Mediterranean. Turkish National Defense Ministry said dialogue about fairly sharing resources will be a win-win for all sides. The talks were planned after a meeting between Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg. More than 170 countries have joined the World Health Organization's COVAX global vaccine plan to help buy and distribute immunization shots for COVID-19 fairly around the world. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom, in a statement, said the WHO and the GAVI Vaccine Alliance are leading the COVAX facility, which aims to procure and deliver 2 billion doses of approved vaccine by the end of 2021. And finally, the weather. Hot and dry weather is likely to prevail over most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain thunderstorm is expected at isolated places in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Central Punjab, Upper Sindh, and Gilgit-Baltistan. To end the news, here once again are few of the headlines. Inaugurating Park Austria Institute of Applied Sciences and Technology in Haripur today, Prime Minister said promotion of education is imperative to cope with modern era challenges. Pakistan has renewed its call for establishment of independent state of Palestine on the basis of internationally agreed parameters, with Al-Quds Al-Sharif as its capital. Pakistan International Airlines has planned to increase its flights from Pakistan to Saudi Arabia from 23 to 51 flights per week from 30th of this month. President says the real face of India needs to be exposed for unleashing a reign of terror on the innocent population of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 4 Kashmiris, including a woman, in Srinagar today. And that is the end of this news bulletin. Now please stand by